Love, love is what we are made of. Love is what we belong to. Love is our deepest prayer. Love, 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 love. Love is what we are made of. Love is what we belong to. Love is our deepest prayer. Love, love is what we are made of. Love is what we belong to. Love is our deepest prayer. Love is our deepest prayer. Love is our deepest prayer. Spirit, guide my day, open my heart to live your way. Teach me to hear your voice, open my mind to the freedom of choice. Spirit, guide my day, open my heart to live your way. Teach me to hear your voice, open my mind to the freedom of choice. Spirit.
Welcome to the Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living. We are a vibrant, inclusive, and spiritual community that seeks to live intentionally, love unconditionally, and see God in all people and in all faiths. We believe the work we do in prayer and in the community creates a world that works for all cultures, races, orientations, and faiths. For over 60 years, we have practiced thinking globally and acting locally to help awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Annually, hundreds of people actively participate in our services, classes, events, and in our Spanish-speaking ministry. And we are training the next generation of spiritual leadership in our ministerial school. In the last few years, because of apparent divisions politically and socially, and because of threats to basic human rights, we have magnified our application of science of mind principles with engagement and compassion in action in the greater Napa Valley community. Our members have participated in women's marches, pride events, and we have hosted speakers on racial issues. We have empowered and mentored diverse leaders in our community and given scholarships to diverse ministerial students. We have donated over 4,000 pounds of food to our local food bank. Our spiritual director, Reverend Jay Lang, has facilitated an interfaith leadership group to hold public prayer vigils and 9/11 commemorations in participation with Jews, Muslims, and Christians. We have fostered the creation of a beloved community in the larger Napa Valley area by honoring community heroes at events and tithing to and partnering with a dozen different nonprofits that share our vision. Together, we've created a Martin Luther King Day of Service where over 1,200 participated in community service annually. The leadership of our parent organization, the Centers for Spiritual Living, headquartered in Golden, Colorado, recognized our community for all of the outstanding, compassionate work we've been doing over the last few years with the 2022 Meritorious Community Award. As we move forward to do this work of the heart, to awaken the world to its spiritual magnificence, will you join us as we continue to ascend to new heights and create a world that works for everyone?
Good morning, Napa Valley. So good to see you this morning. Your smiling faces on this beautiful last Sunday in October, almost Halloween. The full moon was beautiful last night. So good to have you here to enjoy and celebrate life itself today. And to do that, we're going to begin with a little music. Bodhi Starwater is here with us.
Ooh, hey, good morning. Got some words up there? I release and I let the spirit of my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the spirit of my life. My heart is open. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle. Still one more time. Release and I let sing it out. My heart is open wide. Only for God. No more struggle. With my faith, I see the light. Yes, I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bodhi. Such a good day to be here. I'm Reverend Jay Lang. I'm the spiritual director here, and we have an exciting day for you because Reverend Janet Stangvik will be here as the guest speaker. Now, those of you who remember her from her days here, remember she wasn't always a timely person. So God bless her. She'll be here in time for the talk. And sort of like I don't know if you both know this, but a lot of our online people tune in after the announcements because they can be a little long. But speaking of announcements, I have plenty of them for you. But first, the vision and mission statement that we say together. We are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. A glorious affirmation for today and every day. So it has been a great couple of weeks. We've had our grandchildren here from the Netherlands, and we're doing all the tourist things. You know, if you recognize this park that's right past the Golden Gate Bridge going north, it's a famous place. I only go there when I have visitors. So, and then also Theo, who was a young child here in our own community. We called him Theodorable, turned 10 while he was here. So he was very happy. He's got a cake there. So it's been a fun week. Today, I want to make sure you know that we have, I'll get to that in a minute. The soundscape here with Bodhi, that's at 1 o'clock today. So you have time to go to the service, be here and then go eat some lunch and come back at 1 o'clock. And it's fine if you have not signed up for it yet. You can sign up at the door, so to speak. What's wonderful about this time that Bodhi's going to lead you through is different sounds and a beautiful experience that you'll hear him do at different times here in the service. But you can also, it's a sound experience where you can sit up or lay down, either one, whichever one you're comfortable for. We'll have plenty of room in the sanctuary. So please join us for that. Go grab some lunch and come back, and we'll be here ready for you. So the other thing I want to let you know, this is our card of intention time. So we are grateful that you are participating in this and the law of circulation. It helps us now's the grand entrance. Well, what do we say about fine wine, right? All in the right time. So thank you for being here, Janet. So as I mentioned, we're inviting you to fill out a card of intention because it helps us budget for 2024. But also, it's a way of intentional giving that allows you to be conscious of what you're giving, mindfully giving from the gratitude of what you receive at the center, as well as giving to our vision and mission. So we really appreciate you being a part of this program. And we are still accepting cards of intention through the end of the year. So far, we started with the 19,000. We built to 37. You can see the trees getting bigger. And now we're up to 54,200. So that's great. Let's give ourselves a round of applause for that. And you can see we're still building up the ladder here, up the tree, trying to fill in the whole tree. Our goal is 125,000. We had 115,000 last year in pledges. So we have a ways to go, but I'm excited about the progress we've made so far. I know for many of you, thinking about next year takes some time to consider what your budget will be for next year and what percentage of that you'll be able to give. And we certainly appreciate your giving and considering this cards of intention. So thank you, everybody. Also, next week on Saturday, this will be the last Sunday to sign up for this, the Body, Mind, Mindfulness workshop. Now, some of you went to the one before. This is a different one. It's kind of an extension or elaboration of the previous one. Right now, we're short on registration. So if you want to be a part of that, you need to sign up today to make sure we're really going to have the workshop, to confirm that we will be having it. Because right now we don't have enough to continue it. So hopefully, but it's a great way to balance your body, strengthen your immune system, a body-mind connection. So I hope you can be a part of that as well. And then on November 11th, we have the Volunteer Appreciation Dinner. And you haven't heard, we are having entertainment. As somebody said, oh, we don't get to make fun of you, which is the original entertainment. Which is not hard to do, actually. So, but we have real entertainment now. Jamie Lula and Gary Lynn Floyd are playing together, and a beautiful, their beautiful duet. And here's a little sample of their.
God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace.
You can see how wonderful they are and beautiful. And what we're doing this for you, all volunteers here. This is our gift to you for keeping our center going, continuing to help us thrive through all things. So we appreciate this. And also we're giving you dinner, but we need to have a count because we need to know how many people to provide dinner for. And so to make this really easy on you, we're going to pass around clipboards and you can just sign up on it in this room, and you can just pass it behind you there so that we have an exact count, and we appreciate that. So we appreciate you being a part of this because we want to thank you. If you're not able to make it, we're appreciative of you also. But it'll be a fun way to participate. We're going to do it right here in the sanctuary so that it's nice, warm, and cozy, and have Gary and Jamie playing. So it'll be really fun to do that. At 5:30. Good question. 5:30 to 7:30. And then also, if you haven't heard, there is going to be a big citywide celebration of Dia de los Muertos, and it's going to be on November 4th from 3 to 8. Lots of music and dancing and booths and different things, altars up Brown Street and down to Memorial Park. So that'll be really nice. Invite you to be part of the Latina heritage here in Napa Valley. And now, and also our courtyard is available for rental. If you know any weddings coming up or anybody wants corporate events or any kind of celebrations, it's available for rent. You can contact Mary. And now we'll begin the sacred part of our service with prayers and meditation. Just staying in this space, this sacred space. Allow the sound to resonate within you. Just bring in this peace within you that is spirit itself as the source. Just settling in to right where you sit and being present. Breathing deeply and allowing this peace within you to radiate in all directions, to all areas of your life, all areas of the world where there's conflict. And as I play the bowl, which is at the heart chakra sound, imagine that your peace is going out into the world. We know our conscious vibration continues to resonate in the world as these sound waves go out into the world. They continue to reverberate. And so does our energy, our consciousness, the very divine within us. As we know peace within, we know peace everywhere. We know peace is the truth and is spoken and realized in every area, every corner of this world. We know that this service today resonates within each heart here, within the hearts of those watching online or listening in the future days to come. We know our message is divinely sourced. We know our music is divinely sourced. We know all those in service today are divinely sourced, and that we are all divinely sourced. And for this, we're so grateful as we release this word into the law, knowing it is so. Together we say, and so it is. You can see how beautiful the sound from this bowl, the sound of Bodhi resonates in the heart. That's why I really invite you to be back at 1 for the sound oasis, as you call it. Beautiful. Soundscape. Okay. Oasis. Thank you. And now more music from Bodhi.
Hello, Janet. Having deja vu's here. Well, tried so long to do things my way. Gets me in trouble most every day. Now I feel ready to write a new play. You feel it too. Let me hear you say, I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. Into the arms of spirit. Into the arms of spirit. Well, I've been on this ride for so many years. All the rough water on this river of tears. Thinking I can do it myself, I can push through the fears. Now when I surrender, I see it's all smoke and mirrors. Are you ready? Sing it with me. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. Yeah. And I'm ready to let go. Into the arms of spirit. Into the arms of spirit. Well, it seems like forever that I've been holding on, hoping for things to get better. It's new dawn, where the years roll by. It takes some time for me to know where the only way to get there, have to let go. Again? I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. Into the arms of spirit. Into the arms of spirit. Into the arms of spirit. Into the arms of spirit.
So it's with my great pleasure to introduce Reverend Janet Stangvik. I don't know enough things to say about her that I don't have enough time is what I'm trying to say. But I will say this, she's one of the most gracious, open, present people I know. And the gift she gave me when I came here, was to do this little dance with me. And I felt like I'd got the blessings from the Queen Mother to be the next minister. And you were just, when, today's about releasing. And when you were ready to go, you really released it fully. You didn't leave any strings attached, or you just gave it up fully and told people that it was going to be okay, which they needed to hear because they were attached to you. Such a blessing you are, and so glad to have you back. So let's welcome Reverend Janet Stangvik.
Okay, I just want to take a minute and look and see all of you. Just people I know, the beautifulness of every one of you. I'm just soaking it in. I came by the other day and looked at the grounds and everything that has happened. And of course, it was hard for me to let go too, but I left it in good hands, and it's quite obvious. So bowing to. Yeah. So today and thank you, Bodhi. We go back a long time. Bodhi used to come when I was like in my wild days. I have mellowed a little bit, and always such a gracious spirit and a great message. So thank you so much. This morning, I love being back in Napa Valley. I'm with my beloved Paul, and we're staying at Joanne's house. And we get up in the morning and look at the balloons over the valley and go, oh, yeah, we're in Oz. It's just like amazing and so beautiful. So to be back home, I feel I'm home. This is where my root is. And I'm traveling on, but I grew here. This is where it all happened for me. So today I wanted to talk about roots, our tradition, and staying the course. And I read a Chinese proverb that said, when the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. And we're in beyond windy times. We're in storms. And that's the truth of it. And one of the things that works in my own heart, I've moved on, and I'm in a church in Southern California, Religious Science Church. And I carried the root of this place with me. So I wanted to talk about the windiness of our times. And I needed to speak these names because when I came here, before me, was Reverend Barbara Thomas Smith, who was an amazing woman of peace. There was before her Ruth Wright, who was the first founding minister for the Napa Valley Center. And when I came here, it was like the third week I was here. These women invited me to lunch. Lee Crawford, Barbara Steele, Alois English, Phyllis Brace, Rhoda Mills, and Reverend Barbara Thomas Smith. And if you remember them, these were women of power. And I was just an ordained minister starting, and I was an assistant minister in Seattle, but I wasn't a senior pastor. And they were going to make sure they shaped me in the way they wanted. And they did. They had a lunch, and they sat down, and they somehow knew I loved chocolate. So they provided a lot of chocolate. So I was very, very receptive to anything they said. It all worked. And then they got serious, and they sat down and they said, we want our church to be a church of peace and love. And we know Reverend Barbara Thomas Smith has taught us well that consciousness is cause. And we want our consciousness to be present in this valley in a way that brings love and peace here and to the world. And I thought, God, am I wearing my hippie garb, my peace song? What? They know me. I'm here. And it was the first time I really knew I was home, because these strong, beautiful women really had intention. And they were the root of this church. Long before I came, they were here. And I had to speak their name today because I love the tree image, Jay, because we're all in the root and we're building up. But the way that they said it, it was just so powerful for me. I'm just trying to capture all of it, because thinking about coming here is always a big piece for me. You know, it's like coming home. But I wanted to mention what came out of that meeting, out of that great lunch. We had the peace table with Arun Gandhi, who volunteered his time to come here for 5 years. We had the Buddhist monks. We had the Buddhist monks who came from India and did a mandala on impermanence. We had meditations with their mandalas. We had the interfaith. We were all singing in interfaith and going on with all the interfaith activities. And we had community drummings, and everything was really moving. How many people were around in those days? Yeah. If you weren't around, you're around for the next iteration under Jay. I mean, it's happening right now. But those were days of power. We were like, yeah, we were out there. We were going to do it. And I share this with you because that root is here. And when I drove up the other day, Paul and I drove up and we saw how beautiful you've made the grounds, how incredible this is. I just felt so good. I knew that, I'm here this day, Jay will be here, and there'll be people after us. But we have set a foundation and a stone for something wonderful to happen. But in these times, when you look at the news, sometimes you wonder, where did all that stuff go? Where are we? How did what happened? We were on fire. We thought we were changing the world, and we were. The reason I say this, because I read a quote from Rumi that said, maybe you're searching among the branches for what only appears in the roots. And I wanted to say today on my return visit, my return appearance, is don't look at the branches. There's something that goes on here in this community that you don't need to look at the branches. The root is already set here. The work is underground. It's already happening. A tree has to have deep roots. And if it has the roots and we're looking at the branches and thinking nothing ever happened, or it isn't going to work out, or the world's falling apart all over the place, yes, that's happening. But while that's the branches, but what's happening underneath is a groundswell of peace. It's in our hearts. I love the bowl. I loved the music this morning. I have to tell you that this is happening so many places in our traditions and in other faith traditions. The funny story was, when I left here, I never had a Sunday that I could go to another church. So when I had Sundays off, I was going to every church in town. I was going to the fundamentalists. I was going to the Christian Science. I was all over the place just to see how other people do it. And I was I went to Canada to be with my grandchildren, and then that period was over, and then I went to Southern California. And while I was there, I was in different churches just looking around, and then Mary Ward came to visit me, and she said, why don't you go to religious science? Duh. Okay. It always takes a good friend to bring you back to yourself, crazy. So I said, okay, where's the church? So she looks it up, and we go to the church and we walk in, and here are the names of the pictures that are on the wall, because I walk in, I don't know anyone in the church, but on the wall is Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Dalai Lama, and Mother Teresa. And I said, yes, I'm in a religious science church that has people of different faiths, different beliefs, but hold the same root. And I sat down and I cried because you know how when you come home to something, your heart is touched? I was so touched to be in that experience and think, oh my gosh, yes, people all over our tradition and others. It's not just us, but I'm speaking to us as family today. Our tradition holds that vision that's held by all the people that I've just mentioned, that's held by everyone here. And that's our work in the world. Right now, we're not here by accident. It's by divine appointment to show up in these hard times. And I guess what I'm always feeling is we're equipped. One of the things that we're equipped to do is to be here. And so I wanted to not only talk about our traditions, but our roots because they're so deep. And Margaret Mead said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful community citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only way things ever change. So if there's doubt and if there's a sense of like dread, which on Tuesday I might be under the covers for the day, but I know where to go. And this is what I want to talk about is our tradition. I know where to go, and that is to my own heart, where the God of peace, the God of love lives. We have taught, continue to teach, and always will teach from our metaphysical perspective that God, the outermost God and the innermost God are one God, and that we're going to find God in our own hearts. This is the place it has to start. And consciousness is cause. So when I look at the world, and I just say this, and we could keep it in this room if you like or not, but I don't want to talk down about other traditions, but I can just say my own experience in coming home. I came from a tradition where God could smite you, smote you, and send you to hell. And when I look out at the world right now, and I see people acting so inhumanely, I think, what could I expect? If I had a God that smites and smotes and puts me to hell, I might have permission to be something other than a human being. So that's when I come back to religious science and I say, thank you, thank you, thank you for all the shoulders we stand on that has said, no, 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 that is not what we understand. There is one God, that God is love. That is a God of peace, that God has great intention for our life, that wants us to live fully, that wants us to express peace, that wants to heal the sense of separation. And that's the work we do. We heal the sense of separation in ourselves, from each other, from God, from our planet. And once that work starts, you cannot be doing the things that are being done right now. You couldn't. It would be beyond your understanding. But that tradition to really get into that space takes spiritual practice, which is meditation. And the meditation is God lives in me. I am made in the image and likeness of God. I'm not powerless. I'm looking at the news. I'm looking at horrible things, but I'm not powerless because I'm here by divine appointment. That which brought me here knows how to sustain me, move me, guide me, take me where I need to be. I feel so comfortable saying that to this community because your roots are already settled here. You already know this. And I know that having workshops and having dinners and community building is what really, really works. So finding wherever you go, when I found the church in Southern California, I felt at home. I heard a message that was consistent. Love is the answer. God is where we are. Spiritually, we are expressions of the divine life. This is the stuff I had to pull and push against as I was embracing religious science because I had another idea. And once the thought came or the teaching came to me, change your thinking, change your life. It put me on a course. Change your thinking. Well, doesn't the Bible say that I'm limited to what other people tell me? Other people have more information than I do. I had to let that all go and sit with myself and say, what do I stand for? What is it that I love? And I love people, and I love life, and I love goodness, and I love to play. I want to sing, dance. I want to be in the sunshine. I want a good life. And all these other things that come at you can tell you not enough. Life, you have to toil and struggle and repent. And it's a lot of things. We might have to repent a little bit, but you know, just keep that to yourself, you know, as I do. Oh my God. I don't want to, I was just about to reveal, but I zipped the lip. Anyway, these are things that, you know, our tradition really does have. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is staying the course. You know, I come back and I see that you've stayed the course. You've beautified, you've supported Reverend Jay. The tree is going to grow, I have no doubt, Reverend Jay. We have to we have to stay the course. It's not time to not hold on. Margaret Mead was really insightful. It takes a small band of people, but there's small bands all over the place. And soon we're going to have an orchestra, I promise you. I know that to be true, but it's going to take our work. There's a word that's popular now called othering. I don't know if you've ever, they're othering, which makes somebody other than. Oh, those people, that group, this group. And we're trying to heal that. That's what our consciousness is doing, saying there is one life. That life is God. That life is expressing where we are right now. It's expressing as us. And we have the power to bring that forward. There are forces that really don't comprehend, do not have the consciousness of that truth. But if we have it and we persist and we stay the course, we will bring forth something wonderful. So the last thing that I truly do know is religious science offers something. I invite you to get into classes, meditation, do whatever. These are not times to be by ourselves. We need each other. We really need each other. These are rough waters. This isn't the wind. This is a storm. And to just be together, I support religious science. That's where I feel the change is going to be. When I'm in my church in Southern California, I say, I'm sticking here because I truly do believe consciousness is cause, and the consciousness that we hold creates our own life and the world. So we do the work that we're called to do. It's a sacred and holy time for us. Honestly, there people that have walked before us have stood for these principles for a very long time. And look where we are. There's enough of us. You know, I used to laugh when I was minister here because religious science had female ministers, which is, you know, wonderful. In Southern California, where I come from, you might have heard of Reverend Rick Warren. Saddleback has the biggest community in Southern California. He #1 bestseller in New York Times, A Purpose-Driven Life, wonderful. And he was at his national convention and they ousted him because he hired a female minister. The biggest church in their movement, but they said it was biblically incorrect. Don't you love religious science? Come on, let's get down to it. When I heard that, and it was on the news, I had the date, it was said, you could see it on the news, and he was telling the group, he was trying to get back in. Well, I'm 99% with you. Well, the 99% isn't going to hold anymore. And that was an example of it. And now I can see he's reevaluating. Wait a minute, women have as much to give as men. What's the biblical holdup? So honestly, it's happening. It looks like it's underground. It looks like the roots, in the root, you can't see it yet, but it's going in our direction, that there is one life, that we're all equal. We all have power, and that we're all here by divine appointment. So I encourage you to support Reverend Jay, the unfolding of the church, get the tree filled. That's what Paul and I try to support our community. We want it to keep going. We want it to be a voice that's loud enough that other people who kind of feel this in their heart, you knew that wherever you were before, you weren't a fit. Let's admit it. If you get to religious science, you didn't really quite fit in whatever group you were in before. That's the truth of it. So as we know that, and that we didn't fit, we do fit here. We really do fit together. And there's thousands and thousands of us that are making that happen. So I wanted to close with a quote from that to me describes what religious science is. And this is from Jean Houston. And she says about religious science, let's see, she had a lot to say. The science of mind gives us the passion for a new possibility, along with precise and clear directions for building a new matrix of mind and manifestation. It shows us how to activate the constructive imagination and how to hold in thought and feeling the intention and energy for healing, for holding, and for co-creation. It shows us how to stop boring God by waking us up to the fact that we are here in God. We are here in God's life, I guess, to learn the principles. We're here to learn the principles of world making and evolving ourselves and society. We're here for world making. So my message today is thank you for having me back. This is my route wherever I go. Southern California, I don't know what's next. Wherever it is, I will always be rooted in religious science in the Napa Valley. That's what I always take with me. And I always speak of you fondly, and wherever I go, because you're my family and I love you. And I feel so privileged to just share with you today. And I just encourage you because I see your light, and it's an amazing light. And we're going to get through this together. We really are. So thank you so much.
I was wondering if you would offer our center a prayer of continued growth and evolution.
Absolutely.
I love actually prayers. I pray. I don't know about you, but.
Oh, okay. Consciousness. Let's just clear the space, man. We're just getting our consciousness cleaned out of old ideas, old thoughts, old beliefs. And we're going to come into a blessing. I'd like to hold hands with Reverend Jay and keep the root going. And if you can hold hands with the people next to you, this is a blessing for our community. We're connected. We're strong. Just stay connected to someone right now. Okay, and Dale's coming up there here. Thank you. So right now, I just know that innermost God that I call beloved that I call the Holy One, that I call love, that I call peace, is the same God that is in every heart here. And I know that that God is coming forth as a blessing in this community. And that blessing is coming in a special way through the Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living. The root here is peace. The root here is love. Every person is a part of a dynamic that is so much greater than themselves, yet it is themselves. So I just bless and hold sacred this community of love, this community of peace. And I know that we go forward into the world doing what's ours to do, changing consciousness, bringing about world peace. So just knowing that truth, I bless Reverend Jay and his leadership here, and just know for him, about him, and with him that he's guided and directed. I know for every person here that they are supporting the unfoldment of what's happening here. Love, peace, and wholeness. So I thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everyone here, for the hands that we all hold and call our lives a blessing and good and very good, letting it be. And so it is. Amen.
Are we on? Are we on? The light goes out. Oh, I want you to sing and sing close to my ear. Pull me near you. Chase the fear. Remind me. Yeah. Remember to surrender. Oh, remember to surrender. Remember to surrender. Oh, remember to surrender. When darkness comes, and I want you to be the one to open my eyes. Come and surprise me. Help me realize what I've known all along. To surrender. Remember to surrender. I'll remember to surrender. Well, if I lose my way, just pull me back. Oh, I'm lost. Send me a sign. Remember to surrender. Remember to surrender. Remember to surrender. Remember to surrender. Thank you.
This is a time in our service we invite you to be part of the law of circulation. We're so happy that you're here today, and just being here in your presence is adding to the abundance and the circulation of the center. We also invite you to support us financially, either with your checks or with online giving that you might have done before you even came here, or do on a monthly basis. However you give to us, we appreciate it. It continues to support our vision and mission, and for you, it continues to activate that law of circulation to receive and give more in your life. So whatever that it represents, that gift that you have, put it over your heart, and we have an affirmation that we say together. So we place it over our heart. If ushers could come forward and repeat after me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
Where does the music go? Where does the music go? Where does the music go? When it's gone. Where does the music go? Where does the music go? When it's gone.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Bodhi. We always appreciate having visitors here. If this happens to be your first time, we welcome you. We are a community of love and embracing of all people. And thank you for being here. If it happens to be your first time here, we have a gift for you. If you could raise your hand, we would like to acknowledge you. Anybody here for the first time? We also appreciate and honor those who are here who haven't been here in a while. We also appreciate that. So we have an affirmation for you, for those of you, for all of you, but especially those who haven't been here in a while, like Reverend Janet. So we say, we bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in the world. We are grateful for your presence in our community, and so it is. So grateful to have everybody here today. So we are going to, in a minute, a couple things are going to happen. At the end of the service, we have a treat for you since it is almost Halloween. And we have our youth standing outside. Did Tony want to come explain it, or? Do you want to come explain it? Okay. This is Tony and Hunter.
Today we ignore that. We did trick or treatment. So basically, it's a piece of candy with the what is it called? Affirmation on it. This one says, "I'm free in spirit. I changed my thinking and I changed my life." And then you get a little piece of candy with it.
You get the treat and the treatment. Nice. Okay, great. Okay, great. Thank you. And then also, I have another favor to ask you. I would love everybody to stand up for the community affirmation. But before we do that, go ahead and stand up. And then I want you to turn around in a moment when I tell you and face the camera and just say, "This is us," really loud. When I say 1, 2, 3, then say, okay, so face the camera and just say, "This is us. This is us." One more time. This is us. Beautiful. Thank you. So if you turn back around towards me, that is a part of a video we're going to be doing. If anybody doesn't want to be in the video, please let us know and we can take you out of the video. But the importance of also filming individual shots. Sean and I are going to be here after the service, and we'd love to hear why you love this center, what you love about it, what you like about it, what you enjoy about it, what brings you joy, what is important about our message in the world. So if you could do that, we'll have our camera available to do that. So and now community affirmation, repeat after me. Before I do that, could the practitioners come forward, please? The practitioners are here to pray with you, a brief affirmative prayer, brief treatment. So you can get a treatment as you go out and a treatment here as well. And so if you are interested in such prayer, just stay in the sanctuary. All those else, we go out into the fellowship and greet Janet and greet everybody and have good conversations. So, and good coffee as well. So repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through us right now. I am led by spirit. I'm guided by wisdom. I'm protected by love. I am here to be a blessing. I am so grateful. And so it is. And now our closing song.
Love be with you, peace enfold you, and spirit will breathe it in. Truth come through you, make it flow to you. Let joy renew you till we meet again. Oh, love be with you. Oh, oh, love be. Oh, love be.
Look around the room as you say this.
Oh, love be. Oh, love be with you. Oh, love be with you. Oh, love be with you.
Love be with you this wonderful and beautiful day. Have a great Sunday.
Be with you now. Let the spirit move you. Let it move your soul to the rock and roll. Love be. Let your love be with